Viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Now this is A Square Maths Made Easy Academy. In my last video, which is part 7 of my video, I stopped at question number 28, calculations in what? Calculus. But today we are going to be looking at starting from question number 29. Now I want to say this: if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe, so that each time I upload video, it will show as a notification. And also, if you have not watched part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, and part 7 of my YouTube channel under calculation in what? Calculus, please do well to watch it. Can we go to part 8 today? I want you to watch. Now the question number 29, look up. Number 29 says f of x equal to a raised to power x, where x is a member of real number. This is a real number. Is what type of what? Function? Option A, constant function. No. Option B, exponential function. Correct. The correct answer is called exponential what? Function. It can be power function. It can be what? Logarithm what? Function. Now permit me now to explain what we call a constant word function. A constant function is a function where f of x is equal to what? K. And where k is a constant. K is what? A constant. So which means this k can be a real number too, can be negative, provided that there is no variable attached to it. So when you are given such type of function, we call it a constant word function. Then where option C says a power function. Now a power function is a function that can be represented as f of x equal to x raised to the power of what? A. Where this A is a member of real number. Can you see now that the value of x is at the base, where the constant is at the power? But the situation where the constant is at the base and the variable is at the power, we call it exponential word function. While option D talks about logarithm function. Any function that can be expressed like this: f of x equal to log of, let's say 2x base a, is called a logarithm word function. So that is the correct answer. The correct answer is option what? B. Now can we move to question number 30. Question number what? 30. Now what does the question says? I want you to watch. The question says, look up, that if y is log x squared exponential, now find dy dx. Now this type of logarithm is called a natural logarithm. Natural what? Logarithm. We are given that y is log what? X squared exponential. Are you with me now? Now I'm going to use shortcuts. After shortcuts, I will use the normal method to solve this. Are you with me? Now what are we going to do here? Now watch. If you are differentiating y with respect to x, it will give you dy all over what? Dx. Now anytime you see a natural logarithm, based on my previous video, the word log means 1 over the function. What is the function? X squared. Are you with me? That is all. Provided that it is under exponential. Then after that you multiply and differentiate the denominator, which is x squared, to get the answer at the numerator. If I want to differentiate x squared, now the law is that consider the power. What's the power? X. Then repeat the question, which is x raised to the power of what? 2, and introduce minus 1 to the power. At the end I'll be having 2x. Now what is 2 minus 1? We give you 1, which is empty as 2 what? X. So here should be what? 2 what? X. Are you with me? Now if that is the case, can you see that we have seen the answer already? How many x down? 2. How many x up? 1. So one of these x will cancel one of that x. So it will now remain 1 times 2 will give us 2 all over what? X. And that is the answer. Do you have that in the option? Option A says ln 2 over x. No. Option B says 1 over ln x all squared. No. Option C says 2 over what? X. Wow. The correct answer there is option what? C. Do you understand? Now that is all. Now if this is shortcut, What about for those that are going to write theorem exam, or for those that want to know the format? Now what you are going to do is to apply what we call differentiation by what? By chain rule. And what is chain rule? Chain rule says dy over what? Dx is equal to du over dx, then times dy all over what? Du. Why is it chain rule? It is chain rule because it's talking about a single function, which is a logarithm word function. But had it been that the question start with x before log, it is no longer chain rule. We call it differentiation by product word rule. Can we go ahead now? Now the question is, consider this x squared as what? U. So we now say let u be what? X squared. Can we differentiate u with respect to x? It will now become du all over what? Dx. Then now equal to differentiate x squared. We have already known it. The answer is 2x. So meaning that I've gotten the value of du dx. Du dx is already what? 2x. So the next thing is to consider that let y be log u exponential. Log what? Log what? This u exponential. So what does it imply here? We want to differentiate y with respect to what? U. It will give you dy all over what? Du. And the secret is this. This is a natural law. The law is going to be 1 over the function. What is the function? U, right? Then after that, you differentiate u. U is just like x. If you differentiate x, it will give you what? 1. Then that means that when you differentiate u, it will give you 1. Multiply it at the numerator. Then I will now say 1 times 1 will give you 1 all over what? U. So which means the value of dy du is already known. Can we go to the formula now and substitute? I will now say dy over what? Dx is now equal to du dx. What is du dx? It will give me 2 what? X. Then I will multiply. Then what is dy du? Look at it here. It is 1 all over what? U. At the end, I will now multiply by saying 2x times 1 will give me 2 what? X. Divided by what? U. Do we know u? Oh yes. What is u? Look at it here. U is what? X squared. I will now introduce here as what? X squared. Can you now see that x up, we cancel 1 x down, and the final answer becomes 2 all over what? X. Now, did this part problem correspond with the shortcut? Oh yes. This is what we call differentiation by what rule? Chain rule. Now let's move. That is question number 30. So which means the correct answer is option what? C. Can we go to question number 31? Question number what? 31. Question number 31. Please don't forget to watch the part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of calculation in calculus. Definitely you must get one thing. Now can we move to the next question, number 31. Now what is the question? Look up. The question says we should evaluate the integral of what? Ln. Integral of ln x all over what? X. Bounded by exponential and 1 under what? Dx. Are you with me now? Now look at the options. I will now use what we call shortcut to solve it, and equally use the normal method to also what? Solve it. But watch now. This is called integration. And what type of integration is this? We call it definite integration. Why is it called definite? Because it's bounded by upper limit, which is exponential, and lower limit is what? 1. Can we evaluate it? Now the question number 31 says we should evaluate integral of ln what? X all over x bounded by exponential and 1 under what? Dx. Are you with me now? Now I want you to observe something here. We can use calculator method to solve this kind of problem. I still want you to watch. So the only thing that we are going to do now, I will show you the step of solving it. Now the first step we are going to do is to punch this symbol. Integral symbol is in the calculator. Now this integral symbol falls before, under what? Falls before what? After alpha. I said before alpha. Before what? Alpha. You will see an integral symbol like this. Are you with me? That is the first thing that you are going to click. Can you see that this intonates an integral symbol? Why are we using it? Do you know why? Because it is a definite word integration. It can be easy to solve. Now the first thing we are going to do now is to point the symbol. I have done it. Look up. I have pointed the symbol, which is the integral word symbol. Can you see it has reflected there? Are you with me? Then after that, we have two existing value, numerator and the denominator. Then you punch the two box. Look at the two box. Are you with me? Which I have done. I have punched the two box in the calculator, which I have done. The next thing is to key in the value of the numerator. The numerator is ln x, right? How do we get ln x? Look at it here. Under what? On, you will see ln. Are you with me now? You will see log. After log, you will see ln. Then punch ln. In will do what? Appear. Do you understand? In do what? Appear. So the next thing is to create x. How do we create x? Punch alpha, close what? Bracket. X has what? Appeared. Then the next thing is to close the bracket. Close the what? Bracket. Please just follow my footstep. I am done with the numerator. So what do? I will scroll down. This is a downward button. I will scroll down like this. Are you with me now? So which means it's blinking down. And the next of it all is to cue in what? X. How do we cue in x? Punch alpha, close what? Bracket. X will do what? Appear. Can you see it has given me exact thing that we are seeing here? Are you with me now? Now what is the next thing? We now cue in upper limit and lower what? Limit. So what do? I will backward the button key. Look at it here. Go back. Go again. Go again. Are you with me? Can you see I'm going back? Until, can you see it is now blinking here. So the next thing is to scroll down. Once you scroll down, what is the lower limit? 1. I will now cue in 1. Have you seen that 1 has what? Appeared. Remaining what? Exponential. So what do? Scroll what? Up. Are you with me? So how do we cue in exponential? Listen, just punch shift. Then what? In. Have you seen in? E has what? Appeared. This E is called exponential and it's the same thing as exponential 1. So cue in 1 because expo is exponential 1. Are you with me? Can you see I have cued everything? Finally, punch what? Equal to. Wow, can you see that? The answer have appeared. The answer is 1/2. Is what? 1/2. Now that is what we call calculator what? Method. So this is 1/2. Now do we have 1/2 in the option? Option A says 1. No. B says exponential, no. And C says what? 1/2. So which means the correct answer in the option is 1/2. Have I made myself clear? This is how to approach it using calculator what? Method. If you don't understand, rewind the video again and watch my explanation. You can still punch this using calculator method, which is Casio FS 991 ES plus. Alright, can we continue now? Okay, now you can see that it has already given us 1/2. Now the next thing we are going to do now, how do we solve this? Using the normal method. Using the what? Normal what? Method. Now look up. I want you to understand something here. There is a relationship that exists between ln x and 1/x. There's a relationship. But if you observe this, there is what we call integration by substitution. It will go integration by what? Substitution. Can we observe this now? How do we integrate using substitution method? Remember I said x will vanish. How? What are we going to do? The first thing we are going to do now is to say let u be ln what? X. Can we differentiate now? It will now imply that the u with respect to x will give us the u all over what? The x. Then equal to. I've told you how to differentiate ln. The word ln means 1 over the function. What is the function? X. Then after that you multiply and differentiate the function and it will appear at the numerator. I mean to say, when you differentiate x, what is the result? 1. Finally, I will say 1 times 1 will give me 1, right? Then all over what? X. It is not yet over. I want to do cross multiply in order to make what? The x subject of the formula. Now watch now. The x times 1 will give me what? The x. Are you with me? Then equal to. Then the u times x will give me x what du. I have succeeded by making what? The x subject of the formula. Then we go back to the question. This is integral, are you there? This is ln what? X. All over what? X. Bounded by exponential and 1 under what? Dx. This is now equal to integral. Can we substitute now? Do we know ln x? Ln x, we consider it as u. Then all over the denominator, which is what? X, times dx. Do we know the value of the x? Look at it, x what? Du. I will now introduce the x what? Du. Bounded by upper limit, exponential, lower limit is what? 1. Wow, can you see that now? X up has vanished, x what? Down. We can now integrate u using the general word formula. And what is the general formula? Watch. This is invisible 1. I will now write u raised to power 1. The law say add the power by 1. That is a law of what? Integration. Then all over this power, we move down to the denominator. We have 1 plus what? 1 again. Then bounded by upper limit. What is upper limit? Exponential. And what is lower limit? 1. Can we continue to simplify? You will now have something like this. U, 1 plus 1 will give you 2. Then all over what? 2. Bounded by upper limit, which is exponential. Lower limit is what? 1. What is the next thing? Substitute for u. Do we know u? U is ln what? X. I will now have u as ln what? X. Are you with me? Then all over 2. And bounded by exponential and 1. What is the next thing that we will do? Oh my goodness. Take the difference between upper limit and what? Lower limit. Now x to upper limit is exponential. And x to lower limit is what? 1. Can we substitute now? I want you to watch. Then if I continue, I'll be having something like this. Watch. I will now say ln x to upper limit is exponential. Introduce exponential. Then all over what? 2. Then minus difference. Then x to lower limit is 1. I will now write ln what? 1. Then divided by what? 2. So what am I going to do? I will still use my calculator and solve this. Am I communicating? I have taught you exactly how to press it. Now watch. What you are going to do for me is very simple. This is numerator and denominator. Punch these two boxes. Have you done that for me? These two words, box. So that the first one I'm going to cue in is ln. This is ln, right? In. I will now punch in, ln. That is before logarithm. The next is exponential. How do I get exponential? Punch shift and the same ln. Ln, are you with me? Then e has what appeared. Do you understand? So what do you do now? What do we do? So we now close the what? Bracket. I take it again. I take it again because my calculator is giving me a little headache now. But I want you to watch. Now the first thing we are going to do is punch the numerator and the denominator, which is this 2 box. Are you with me now? I have done it. So let me be speaking it so that you'll be hearing it. I have done it. Next thing is to punch ln. In that calculator, ln is already there before logarithm. Punch in. Ln has what? Appeared. Then punch what? Exponential. How do I punch exponential? Punch shift and ln again. Are you with me now? It has what? Appeared. Then punch what? 1. Because expo is exponential 1. Then forward the button and close the bracket. I'm done with this. Next is 2. You scroll down and cue in what? 2. Which I have done. Are you with me now? Then forward the button. I have done that. It will now be blinking at the middle. Punch minus. There is 2 boxes again. Punch the 2 boxes. Are you with me? Punch ln, which is in. It has what? Appeared. Then punch what? 1. Punch 1 and close the what? Bracket. Then scroll down and punch what? 2. Finally punch equal to. Can you see that the answer is also 1 over 2? Now this is also 1 over 2. So which means the correct answer in the option is what? 1 over 2. Do you understand? That is how to solve this particular problem using what we call a substitution method. Now can we progress now? Question number what? 32. Question number 32. Question number 32. Now watch. What is question number 32? I want you to listen. The question says, at a turning point of the graph of y equal to f of x, what happens anytime you consider the word turning point? If you can remember my last video, under maximum and minimum, I discussed a turning point. And I said a turning point is that point where the derivative of a function is always equal to what? 0. Or the y dx is equal to what? 0. Let's observe the option. The y dx is less than 0. No. The y dx is greater than 0. No. Option C, the y dx is less than or equal to 0. No. Option D, dy dx is equal to 0. So which means the correct answer in the option is option what? D. Question number what? 32. Have I made myself clear? Now let's continue with other questions. We stop at number what? 32. Can we continue? What is the next question? Number 33. Number what? 33. Now watch. Question number 33. Question number 33. What did I say? Question number what? 33. Question number 33. Oh my goodness. Question number what? 33. Now, are you ready now? Look at the question. Question number 33 says this. The question says, an even function. An even what function, are you with me? Is defined by option A says f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. Option B, f of minus f of x is equal to f of x. Then option C, are you with me? F of what? Minus x is equal to f of what? X. Are you with me? Then option D says f of minus x is equal to f of what? Minus x. Now look at it. Now we are looking for what we call an even function. What is an even function? Look up. When you talk about an even function in a layman understanding, it talks about no matter how you change the domain of a function, it must still correspond with the given value. I repeat, no matter how you change the domain of a function, it will still correspond with a given what? Value. Reason is that there is no change in the domain of what? F. At that point, we say such a function is called an even word function. And the definition of an even function is this. I want you to watch. That f of minus x, are you with me? F of minus x must be equal to f of what? X. That is a redefinition of an even function. Have I made myself clear? Now let us move to question number 34. Question number what? 34. Are you with me? Question number 34. Look at it. For what values, oh my goodness, for what values of t is the function? For what values of t is the what? Function c such that block 0, 1 block map real number, then alpha t is equal to 2t plus 1. 2t plus what? 1. 2t plus 1, 1-to-1 function. 1-to-1, 1-to-1, 1-to-1. Okay, now the option says, option A, we have what we call block 0, and 1 block. Option B, we have what we call block 1, 3 what? Block. Option C, we have what we call block minus 1, 0 what? Block. Then finally, option D, we have what we call block 0, are you with me? Followed by what? 3 brackets. This bracket simply means that it's not a member. It's not what? A member. Now, I want you to observe something here. The said for what values of t is what? The function c, block 0, 1 block map real number of this particular word function is 1-to-1. Now, what is the existence of 1-to-1? 1-to-1 said for any x equal, for every x equal to y, it implies that f of x must be equal to f of what? Y. This is the definition of one-to-one word function. With some x equal to y, it implies that f of x must be equal to f of what? Y. But look at the condition. I want you to observe something here. Oh my goodness, they have given us the value already. And the value is alpha t, which is equal to 2t plus what? 1. And members are, we have what we call 0, comma, and what? 1. Are you with me? And is a member of real number. What do you think that will happen? They have given us one of the domain. When t is equal to what? 0. What is the answer? What is the what? Answer. Are you with me now? Now, anywhere we come across this, we have 0. I will say alpha 0 equal to 2 times 0, because t is 0 plus what? 1. Then what? 2 times 0 will give us what? 0 plus 1, which is equal to 1. Then the next one is at t equal to what? 1. Let's substitute again. Alpha bracket 1 is now equal to 2 times, what is t? 1, then plus 1. 2 times 1 will give us 2, right? Plus 1, which is equal to what? 3. For this thing to exist as one-to-one function, what are the possible values of x? Am I complicating? I mean the range now. The range or the codomain. They are members of 1 and members of what? 3. And that is the final word answer. Now let us observe whether there is something like that. Option A says member of 0, 1. No. Option B says member of 1, 3. Wow. The correct answer is option what? B. This is exactly how to solve problems like this. Am I communicating? Now, for it to be one-to-one, it means that the codomain of this function must be a member of 1 and what? 3. Can we move to the next question? Question number 35. What did I say? Question what? Number 35. Question number 35. Wow. Question number 35. Now watch. Question number 35. Now what is the question talking about? Are you ready? Wow, look at it. Number 35 says this, that the domain of the function, the domain of the word function, are you with me? Then f of x, which is equal to square root of 1 plus x, is option A, look up, bracket minus infinity, comma, minus 1 block. Option B says block minus 1, comma, minus infinity bracket. Then option C says bracket minus infinity, comma, and plus what? Infinity. Then finally option D says this. He says block minus 1 and 1 block. Now, what is the domain of this? It is very simple. I have told you countless times on how to calculate the domain of the function as when it is in root form. We're given f of x as what? Square root of 1 plus x, right? Now, let us consider x to be 0 first. If x should be 0 here, will you produce an answer? Yes. Let's consider x to be 1. Will you produce an answer? I think so, yes. Let's consider x to be minus 1. Will you produce an answer? Yes. Because here will be 1 minus 1, which is 0. When x is 0, let's watch it now. Anywhere you see x here, put what? 0. Are you with me now? So it becomes 1 plus 0, which is 1, and square root of 1 is 1. Then when x is 1, which means 1 plus 1 will give you what? 2. It becomes square root of 2, which is 1.4 something. Are you with me now? So when x is minus 1, what would be the range here? It becomes what? Anywhere you see what? X, remove and put minus 1. It becomes 1 minus 1, which is what? 0. Square root of 0 is what? 0. Now, when x now is 2, it exists. When x is 3, it exists. But when x now is minus 2, it will give you a negative square root. Minus 3, it will give you a negative square root. And continue will give you a negative square root. All of them does not what? Exist. Can you see that with this I've known the what? The domain of this function. What is the least number? Minus 1. So I will now put minus 1 as a member. Are you with me? Can you see that it is increasing? Where? To positive what? Infinity bracket. And this is the final answer. And that is the domain of this very word function. Are you with me? Do you have anything like that? Yeah, let's watch. Wow. Okay. Do you have anything like that? This is minus 1 comma plus what? Infinity. This is minus. Okay. Sorry, this should be, because it's in this direction now. It should be plus, please. Am I communicating? So the answer here is option what? B. Block minus 1 and tends to plus what? Infinity. So it is option what? B. Do you understand? Now that is question number what? 35. Any question? In the absence of no question, are we together now? Now can we progress? Can we do what? Progress. We are watch. So that will now lead me to question number 36. Question number what? 36. Now what is question number 36? I want you to watch. The question says that we should evaluate, wow, the limit as x approaches 0 plus. 0 what? Plus. We have x all over absolute value of x. Are you with me? Minus 1 is dash. Option A says 1. Option B says 0. Option C says minus 1. Then option D says what? 5. Now what do you do? Very simple. This is called sided limit. I've solved it before in my other videos. Please make sure you watch it. But this one is talking about positive sided limit. And the secret of positive sided limit is that anytime you see an absolute value like this, we call it absolute value, remove it and put ordinary words x, because it is greater than what? 0. But anytime that you see something like this and they said it's less than 0, please remove the absolute value and introduce minus x, because it is less than 0. Can we solve now? And once you removed it, the absolute values disappear. Then we have limit of what? X all over. This is absolute value and it is positive, right? Remove it and put what? X only. Then followed by minus 1. As x approaches what? 0. It is now a normal what? Limit. At the end, I will be having limit of x over x is 1 minus 1 as x approaches what? 0, which will now give us the limit of what? 0. 1 minus 1 is 0 as x approaches what? 0. When the limit of a constant, when x approaches real number, is the constant as well. And what is the constant? 0. Do you have 0 in the option? Yes, the option is what? The correct answer is option what? B. Do you understand? So now I will stop here. My next video, I will continue with question number 37. Please make sure you watch this video from the beginning to the end. See you. Thank you so much. Bye.